Bueno, continuamos con el Hogwarts Legacy. Vamos a mirar qué tanto podemos adelantar hoy. A ver si avanzamos en la main story. Estoy reevaluando si hacer el 100%, la verdad. Pero ya vamos a ver si me decido o no.
Professor, do you have a moment?
I do. What is it?
I wondered, did you attend Hogwarts?
I did. I am a proud member of Ravenclaw House. Why do you ask?
I was curious as to how Hogwarts has changed over the years.
I see. Well, the castle itself, as I'm sure you have surmised, is full of surprises. I dare say more than the staircases change around here. As for the students, well, they seem to get more capable every year. Although, we got up to just as much mischief in my day as you seem to now. I used to look the other way at all sorts of roguery when I was head girl. I can tell you, however, that I did once admonish a certain Phineas Nigella's Black for enjoying a sugar quill during a lecture.
I hadn't realized that you and Professor Black were, students here together.
Appearances can be deceiving. You see, I was once wounded by time itself.
¿En serio? How fascinating.
Time itself. I never would have imagined such a thing.
Ah, well, it was the risk I took with my prior position. You may or may not have heard that I was an unspeakable at the Ministry for years.
An unspeakable? What does...
As you might suspect, I cannot speak about what we did. Suffice it to say, the job was not without its hazards. Now, I hope I've satisfied your curiosity for the moment.
You have. Thank you for speaking with me, Professor.
Keep up with your wand work. One must always be prepared for mischief, both inside and outside of the castle.
Ok. Esa fue una conversación interesante. Let's get out of here.
Might some kind soul help me?
A ver, tú canitas.
Are you all right?
Don't you know who I am? Zenobia Noak, the girl whom everyone at school hates for no reason.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I'm sorry the other students weren't more friendly.
That's kind of you. I suppose there are a few decent souls here. I wanted to make some
No
new
hemos encontrado el
friends,
punto
and so I
exacto
brought
donde
my
el man se nos va a
collection
volver en
down to the
villano,
common
entonces todavía lo voy a
room.
dejar
My
pensar un poco.
gobstone collection,
Y luego
that is.
¡pum! Se transforma en
I was
villano.
hoping someone would want to play.
Hay un punto
Are
de
you
quiebre.
familiar with gobstones? Little balls, like marbles. Grand game. And if you lose, they spray you with a foul-smelling liquid.
What? Interesting.
Gobstones? Sounds like a fun challenge.
That's what I tried to tell everyone. People can be so cruel. Just because they're sprayed all over with smelly gobstone spit, it's their own fault for losing.
Sure.
Imelda is one of the worst losers. Everett and Astoria are terrible as well. And now those poor losers have taken my gobstones and hidden them in very high places all over the school.
Sure, sounds as if they overreacted. I've done the same.
Rather an overreaction on their part.
I'll say. Anyway, I can't work out how to get them back on my own. I don't think I know the necessary spells yet. I need someone, perhaps a selfless and talented fifth year to help me.
Sure.
Do you have any suggestions on how to get your gobstones down from their hiding spots?
If I knew that, I'd get them myself. Whoever hid my gobstones that high got up there somehow.
Haven't you any friends at school?
Not really. Natty said hello once, but not a word since.
Okay.
I'll see what I can do.
I'd appreciate the help. If you do find all of my gobstones, do come and see me again. I'll be back to playing Snake Pit and Jackstone by myself in no time.
Cups of Cupstones. O sea, sí voy a tener la misión secundaria, pero no la voy a hacer todavía. A ver, the girl from Yugadu, her biology class. Dime. Poquito. Poquito nada más.
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones. Handy.
Greenhouses.
She's growing Punja's onion again.
Good morning,
Un poquito
Professor
no.
Garlic. How wonderful it is to see you again, Lenora dear. Oh, here. You'll need these for
Pues pasa.
today's class. A little treat for your auntie.
Bueno, para ti no, tal vez.
Ah, hello. Class, please welcome the newest rose in our garden. We do look forward to growing together. How thrilling it is to have everyone back together again. This year will be filled with enchantment and excitement, but the most important thing cultivated in herbology is knowledge. The prudent herbologist is no more afraid of the venomous tentacular than the bouncing bulb.
If you say
Now then, today we will be acquainting ourselves with the mellifluous tuber known as the mandrake root. Accio.
tuberculos.
Let's see if we can't make our fibrous friends a bit more comfortable, shall we? First, let's protect our ears.
Okay.
Now, everyone, grip their mandrake by the tendrils and give it a firm tug. Quickly! Place your mandrake in the new pot and cut down the soil! The soil should envelop the root like a warm, dirty blanket, putting the mandrake right at ease. Reparo! I'm very sorry about that. Yours was a bit mature, I'm afraid. All right then, off you go. Splendid work, everyone.
Nice.
Now, for our next task, we'll be planting dittany
Revelio.
potting tables. You can all get started. I need to have a brief word with our new student.
I wonder if hippogriffs like knotgrass.
Yes, Professor.
Firstly, well done with your mandrake. They can be rather difficult to get a grasp of.
Okay.
Actually, I enjoyed it. I couldn't help but catch your enthusiasm.
How kind of you. It seems you're already taking to herbology like a mandrake to fresh soil. Now, as I mentioned, next we'll be planting dittany. Let us find you some seeds.
I already have some, Professor. Picked them up in Hogsmeade.
You visited the magic
Interessante.
neep. Wonderful. A prepared student is bound to bloom. I've arranged for you to have your own potting table here in the classroom. It wasn't easy to spare one on such late notice. Plant the seeds there now, and you can return to harvest them later. Even with soil, sunlight, and a bit of magic, they will take time to grow.
Okay.
Let's see how to balance my star thistle arrangement. Niffler's fancy.
I should think Professor Garlic would be more careful with her mandrakes.
The best time to plant a seed is last season. The second best time is now.
Well done! Once it can be harvested, your dittany will be ready to use in Wiggenweld potion. I'll let Professor Sharp tell you about that. Now, what say we branch out? Introduce you to a different sort of flora, the Chinese chomping cabbage.
Okay.
You'll find that some plants are better suited to uses outside of a cauldron. The cabbages do get testy without something to chew. Fortunately, I have a dummy for them to gnaw on. Be a dear and let them have a good chomping.
Yes, Professor.
They're in the other greenhouse. It's just at the end of the footbridge leading out of this room. Your classmate, Mr. Pruitt, has kindly offered to accompany you. Come back and see me when you're finished. Oh, and mind your fingers. They do bite.
Let's go.
Hello. Saw you on your way to Hogsmeade the other day. Nice to meet you. I'm Leander. I'll be showing you the Chinese chomping cabbages. Nice work in Defense Against the Dark Arts, by the way.
Excuse me?
Your duel with Sebastian. And he's good. Thinks he's really good. But you outright slaughtered him. It was brilliant.
Oh. Well, thank you.
I nearly put Here we are. Home of the Chinese chomping cabbage. Now, see that dummy? Just toss the cabbages at it, and they'll do the rest.
Excelente.
Look at that. That's chomping anything. Mouths on. Mum planted some in her garden last year to keep the gnomes out. Did save her the de-gnoming, but they left her honking daffodils in tatters. Vicious little bastards, aren't they? My kind of plants. Not like stupid booba tubers and bouncing bulbs. The kind of plants that just have your back in a fight. Not saying you can't go it alone, but... Well, imagine that wasn't a dummy.
True, I suppose they could come in handy, sure, but that's just a dummy. What's imagining it?
Trust me, Leander. I was imagining it the entire time.
You were? I mean, of course, you're, not someone to be trifled with. I see that. Dogweed and deathcap has more of them, if you're keen. Other plants too. Ones your parents wouldn't plant in the garden. You get the idea. Anyway, we probably ought to head back to class.
Okay.
Take your time. I'll see you back in class.
That helpful reminder as to why we should always wear our dragon hide gloves. I shall end our lesson here.
I tended to the Chinese chomping cabbages, Professor.
Remarkable plants, aren't they? I hope they weren't too much trouble. Oh, don't see any bite marks or missing digits. And good, as you do seem to be quite green-fingered. Oh, I'm eager to see your skill in the soil continue to blossom.
As am I.
Magical plants have so much to offer. I'm eager to learn more.
I'm glad. Herbology is a bounteous subject. Tend to your garden, and it will tend to you.
Okay.
Well, I suppose that's everything. Do come by for a chat sometime. I so enjoy checking in with my new students.
Nice, herbology class.
there's
Ahora
magic.
deberíamos ir a la de... No me acuerdo. Mapa. ¿Dónde nos va a llevar esta vieja? Roll the map. Pero no me puedo tepear acá. Toca caminar. Tengo... Esta la tengo desbloqueada, sí. Hagamos un fast travel allá. Y luego vamos hasta donde está la... Nati. Nati. Let's go. Vamos como... Mira la cabaña de Hagrid. ¿Se puede entrar? Sí se puede entrar.
Revelio.
Nice. Should updated groundskeeper's tools.
This could prove dangerous if I'm not careful.
What exactly? Yo no veo a nadie.
It is good to see you, my friend.
Hello, Natty. How are you?
Hello.
I hope you've recovered from our rather eventful trip to Hogsmeade.
I am well, but I have been worried about you, my friend. With Ranrock and Rookwood and Harlow after you?
I'm all right at the moment.
We did not speak about it at the time, but I am hoping now you might tell me why they were looking for you.
They want something I found? I can't say.
I've never met Rookwood or Harlow. Perhaps they mistook me for another student.
A bit odd. The two of them pursuing a Hogwarts student so intently. But whatever the reason, you were clearly in danger. For now, it is safe to say that Rookwood and Harlow are a threat to both of us. To all of us. Which is why I wanted to speak to you.
Okay.
I realized something that day in Hogsmeade. You displayed such courage fighting that troll. And Serona wasn't intimidated one bit by Rookwood and Harlow. Both of you have inspired me to take a stand of my own.
What sort of stand?
Men like Rookwood and Harlow are the reason my mother and I left Matibili land. I am not going to sit by and watch them destroy my new home.
I'm glad to hear that.
Good. Rookwood and Harlow are a dangerous pair. And the fact that they're working with Ranrock, well...
All the more reason they must be stopped. Rumor has it that Theophilus Harlow runs Rookwood's day-to-day operations. Taking him down would cripple Rookwood's entire enterprise.
That may be true, but shouldn't Officer Singer handle someone like Harlow?
I spoke with her. She was polite, but perhaps understandably would not discuss details with a student. I overheard some of Rookwood's lot talking about a massive poaching operation that Harlow is planning. I was thinking that we could investigate a bit, try to get the evidence that Officer Singer needs.
All right, but how?
I am going to watch and listen, find out precisely what Harlow is up to. I shall reach out when I know more. In the meantime, remember, I am here if you need me.
Porque no tenemos que reunir hasta acá afuera del castillo.
Be on your guard.
Semejante locura que nos hizo dar vuelta.
Revelio.
I beg your pardon! How dare you threaten me?
What's going on here?
Where exactly?
Archie, I don't have time to argue. I've told you repeatedly.
Pardon me, is everything all right?
Far from home.
Hardly.
Especially when I'm
I've just lost my
your
business
little
and
sister.
almost my life. You'd best look elsewhere for wares. I've nothing to sell now. I never thought it'd come to this. Be on your guard. Ranrock and his loyalists will spare no one.
They attacked you.
Oh, Ranrock has no patience for goblins who won't join him. While I too would like to see goblin kind treated by wizards as equals, bloodshed is not the answer. When I said as much, they turned on me, struck me till I nearly passed out. Took my carts, my belongings, even that which is most precious to me, my paintings.
Has this happened before?
Has Ranrock's lot ever attacked you like this before?
They've been taunting and threatening me for a while now. But they've always believed that violence is the only way to get what they want. Things have taken a much darker turn of late. Ranrock is getting more powerful, and his loyalists know it. They feel untouchable. Ranrock assumed that all goblins would agree to follow him, but he was wrong. Many of us would like a diplomatic end to the discord with wizard kind.
Okay. Are you a painter?
You mentioned that your paintings were taken. Are you a painter?
I am. It's my calling, though most would think it an unusual path for a goblin. Most of my family work in metal, or associated with Gringotts. I'd wager my finest brush that Ranrock's lot have no appreciation for any of my work, and it'll be tossed aside for kindling. Without my carts and my livelihood, who knows when I'll be able to paint again.
Okay.
I'm sorry this happened to you. I shall certainly keep an eye out for your cards.
That is very kind of you, but I think they took them to their camp southwest of here, just past some ruins. Too dangerous to try and retrieve them. I did enchant the carts to return to me if I ever lost them, however. Slim though the chances may be, I'm holding out hope that some of what was taken is returned to me. It was nice meeting you. I wish it had been under better circumstances.
¿Se puede abrir? No.
After what Ranrock did to that goblin banker at Gringotts, I shouldn't be surprised at what happened to Aunt.
Finch Crimson Clock. Pues vamos a buscarnos una peleita.
The Minister for Magic didn't get where...
Expelliarmus!
Expelliarmus. Vamos a pelear con esto primero.
Revelio! Expelliarmus! Accio! Levioso!
Brillante. Complete dueling feasts. ¿Quién eres tú y por qué estás corriendo?
Levioso! Accio! Potato! Stupid one! Accio! Levioso! Superfly!
Nice. Vamos todos allá.
Past the ruins. I'm on the right track.
Son 3.
Levioso! Accio! Protego! Superfly! Expelliarmus! Stupefy! Levioso! Stupefy! Stupefy! Accio! Stupefy! Expelliarmus! Protego!
¿Me morí? No.
Accio! Levioso! Accio! Expelliarmus! Levioso!
Nice.
8 legs is simply too many.
Y subir nivel y todo, perfecto. Carajos está, según esto están acá.
An encampment. This must be it.
One of the best meals I've ever eaten.
Protego! Stupid!
Accustomed to that!
Levioso!
Why burn this out longer than necessary?
Accio! Stupefy! Levioso! Expelliarmus!
Where did it go?
Accio! Levioso!
Marvelous strike!
Expelliarmus! Protego!
You dare slay one of my own! You will fall!
Bye. Free the cards, pero ya me está marcando. Siguientes misiones. No sé si el Accio sea... O el levioso sea lo correcto. Es que quiero tener uno de cada hechizo, pero no sé si sea producente porque no está haciendo casi daño.
Looks as if there's more than one way to enter. Revelio.
Aquí se me siente como en Assassin's Creed, Assassin's Creed.
We should have killed that traitor arm when we took his cards.
Yo no veo más de una forma de entrar.
Feels like I've been at this for hours.
¿Cómo es que me tomo una poción? Ya.
Accio. Levioso. Accio.
Entonces es muy bueno, pero...
Expelliarmus. Levioso.
How many of you are there?
Problema.
Levioso. Expelliarmus. You're like Accio. No! We know you're in somewhere. Levioso. Accio. Levioso.
Chill spells glance off of me.
Levioso.
All little magic tricks won't distract me.
Accio.
Nice. Queda más, ese es el problema.
Up for a bit of dying, are we?
This is a waste.
Accio. Levioso. Expelliarmus.
Se murió.
Hello? Randrock won't be stopped.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Accio. Expelliarmus. Levioso. Accio.
Expelliarmus.
Levioso. Accio. Come on there. Levioso. Expelliarmus.
You won't get away with that.
Accio.
Lo saqué.
Revelio.
Literalmente lo saqué de la pelea. Esto todavía no lo puedo usar. Sí, que muy seguramente aquí me toca volver después. Me toca volver después. Me toca volver después. Volver
Quite an
después.
enchantment.
Volver
The
después.
carts are returning to on.
Vamos a dejar testigos.
Expelliarmus. That was quite something.
Nice. Me puedo teletransportar. ¿A dónde? A este man. Sí. Más rápido que caminar hasta allá. Hello. It's me.
If you're here for my...
On, I have good news. Your carts are on their way back.
I don't know what to say. Any hope I have of getting my belongings back was quickly fading. Ramrock's lot called me a fool for believing in the good in wizard kind. Thank you for proving them wrong.
It was difficult, it was no trouble.
I managed to free your carts fairly easily.
Oh, I'm glad you're all right. Oh, I can't wait to have my things back, especially my paints. You know, you've inspired me. I've been dealing with witches and wizards for years, and we've always got along just fine. Perhaps my next piece will be a tribute to all that is good between us.
Okay. This is wonderful.
What a nice idea, On. I wish you luck with it.
Oh, I can't wait to get started. Thank you again for all you've done. All the best.
Bueno, ahora sí vamos al Hogwarts. What? ¿Qué es esto? Trials of Merlin. A woman needs help. The Trials of
Once my carts arrive, I'd be
Lo
happy to
marcaron
show
como
you my...
principal. What the fuck?
They must have come this way. Think!
I've no
Hello?
idea who it is you think I might have seen. I've been busy with my research. I do not have time to...
Victor Rookwood don't give a doxy's nip back your time. Oi! Speak of the devil. Mr. Rookwood would like a word with you.
A student? You can't be serious.
Enough out of you.
Leave her alone.
Stupefy!
There you are.
What are you doing?
Expelliarmus! Now where did it go?
Expelliarmus.
¿Ese man ya se murió?
Right now!
Buenísimo. Dark Wizards.
I'll watch the light go out of your eyes.
Sure.
I see you! We can hold that!
I'm not going anywhere with you. Let me
You've made a grave mistake.
Accio. Tell Rookwood to find me himself. Stupefy. Accio. Expelliarmus.
Excelente. Qué buen duelo.
What on earth just happened? I've never been accosted in such a manner, and so close to Hogwarts.
Are you all right?
I am, thanks in no small part to your excellent defensive skills. Care to tell me why two Ashwinders were ready to dispatch me to get to you?
Ashwinders?
Victor Rookwood's thieves and extortionists, his little cronies. They seemed quite keen on you.
It's a long story. but thank you for your help.
Well, you've avoided them for the moment. Priya warned me things were getting dangerous. Best get moving on my research before they return.
Research, how interesting. Who's Priya?
You mentioned someone named Priya.
Yes, my wife. She's the one who piqued my interest in Merlin. Gave me a book when we were students at Hogwarts. Typical hard-working Hufflepuff, brilliant potioneer, has her own shop in Nocturne Alley. She's a travelling vendor. Hears what's going on in the Highlands before I do.
You're a researcher?
Nora Treadwell at your service. Historian and archaeologist specialising in Merlin's work and life.
Extraordinary. I thought Merlin was a myth.
Merlin? Of the legend of King Arthur?
The very same. Merlin attended Hogwarts, you know, and I'm studying some curious fixtures he left here centuries ago.
Fixtures?
These vine-covered pillars, dozens of them, all around the area. I've taken to calling them the Trials of Merlin. I believe he created them as a diversion for his fellow Slytherins. He was terribly fond of puzzles and enigmas.
Okay, fascinating. Seems a bit tedious.
I'm not sure old vine-covered pillars are worth studying.
Well, I think anything concerning Merlin is worth pursuing, and I shall have you know, no one has yet managed to figure out how they work. But I believe I have just unlocked a crucial clue. I suspect that Mallowsweet is an important component in getting the trials to work.
Mallowsweet?
Versatile herb. Merlin repeatedly mentioned it in his writings. I had just arrived to test my theory when I was so rudely interrupted. You see, each swirl in Merlin's writing has a symbol in the centre. That started me thinking, what if...
The Mallowsweet is meant to be placed at the centre of the symbols.
Precisely. Would you care to do the honours? We can see what comes of our little hypothesis.
Sure. Why not?
I brought a trunk chock full of Mallowsweet with me. It's just over there by my tent.
This trunk?
Yes, take plenty, even if you already have some.
I have the Mallowsweet.
5.
Lovely. Now, notice the vines on these pillars here, as well as a stone swell on the ground. Each trial has these features. Place the Mallowsweet on the swell, and we'll see what happens.
Tengo que cambiarme el hechizo porque esto funciona con fuego.
Did you see that? The vines disappeared.
What should I do now?
Merlin's beard!
The flames make the pyre sink. Incendio!
How beautiful! What a day! I can hardly believe it.
I take it we can call that a success?
We can indeed. However, I now have even more questions. How does it work? I must review my notes. I may have missed something.
Are all of the trials like this one?
Oh, not precisely. Well, I think each has those telltale vines and the swirl on the ground. You should feel free to solve them as you come across them. I believe I have what I need to continue my research. My guess is that each will also require Mallowsweet, which you can find in Hogsmeade should you need more. I really must be off. Such a pleasure to meet you.
Okay.
And do be careful out here. Now, I've got what I needed. I shall return to the safety of my notes and books.
Nice, done. Quest completed. Ahora vamos a la main quest, potions class, then map, then Hogwarts. Then do we have something here nearby? Greenhouses. Central Hall. Creo que este es más cercano al Central Hall. Todavía no tenemos el shortcut para ir a potions.
Shouldn't there be Orange or someone from the ministry guarding the school after the incident?
Classroom. Attend the potions class. Begin.
Potions is one of the most challenging and hazardous subjects taught at this school. As fifth years, you will be required to reach new heights of both discipline and intellect. You will begin this term by brewing a Wigan Weld potion. Mr. Takar, can you tell us why this particular potion might come in handy?
Yes, Professor Sharp. The Wigan Weld potion can be used to sterilize and even heal a variety of injuries.
It can heal some injuries, but not all. Points for Ravenclaw. Before today's class is completed, each of you will have brewed a Wigan Weld potion of your own. You never know when you might need it. Please begin.
Okay. Let's do this.
Use a strong, even motion when crushing your ingredients. Please be meticulous when adding powder to your potions. One errant sneeze could be disastrous. I see most of you have not forgotten how to stir. Not an easy potion to brew. Well done. And from what I hear of your recent exploits in Hogsmeade, you'd also do well to practice brewing the defensive Edurus potion. Professor Weasley had you acquire the recipe from J. Pippin's, correct?
Yes, sir.
Good. For the moment, you can find the ingredients you need in my office. But in the future, you'll be expected to provide your own ingredients. Some can be harvested from the plants you grow in your herbology class, and rarer ones can be purchased. Others, however, may be harder to obtain, and will require you to be a bit more resourceful.
Okay.
Come and see me when you've finished brewing, and we'll see if it was skill or luck the first time round.
Let's go.
My parents considered keeping me home from school this year after the rumors of...
Did I hear Professor Sharp say that you have permission to go into his office?
Yes, but why does that matter to you?
Brilliant! And it matters because you can be a part of something truly creative. You remember me, don't you?
Okay.
Gareth Weasley.
Ah, yes. We met in the common room.
Listen, anyone with a troll-sized brain can brew an Edurus potion. I'm working on something that's certain to be spectacular. I'm just missing one tiny last ingredient that will add that extra spark.
I suspect that's where I come in.
You're as clever as I'd hoped. I simply need a single Whooper feather. As you'll already be in Sharp's office with his permission, perhaps you could grab it for me.
I don't know, Gareth. I don't want to get on Sharp's bad side.
You won't. Whooper feathers aren't that valuable. Sharp won't even miss it.
No.
I've enough to worry about collecting the ingredients he wants me to get. I'm afraid I can't help you.
I understand. I'll sort something else out.
Nice, pero no lo ganamos como enemigo.
A well-prepared...
Igual la puedo recoger. Así le diga que no. Interesante.
Your potion should not be that color, Miss McDowell. Proficiency in potions are two things that cannot be rushed. Have patience and be thorough.
Edurus potion.
And now we add the mallow sweet, and... That's odd. What's happening? Wait, it's not supposed to. Ah!
Get it!
Gryffindor! What happened?
Well done, Gareth.
Excelente.
What now, Mr. Weasley?
Sorry, Professor.
That'll be points from Gryffindor. Again.
Así se perder puntos a los de
I brewed an
Gryffindor.
Edorus potion as you asked, Professor.
Glad you managed to stay on task. Not every class is so eventful. I saw Mr. Weasley speaking with you earlier. He can be quite persuasive. Glad you managed to resist. You've done well today. I confess I was skeptical, given the advanced nature of this class and the fact you're a new student.
I'm glad I was able to meet your expectations.
A rare occurrence. And you do well to remember that you're not a potions master quite yet. In addition to having a solid grasp of how to combine various ingredients, you should gain an understanding of the ingredients themselves. Pay particular attention in herbology. The plants you nurture there are often essential to the potions you brew here. Now, I recommend that you find a safe location in which to practice brewing. You cannot leave a hot cauldron simply anywhere. And you can keep that Fwooper feather. This time. That'll be all.
¿Cómo se dio cuenta?
I think each of us has had enough excitement for one day. Class is dismissed.
Professor Sharp must have learned a lot during his time as an Auror. I wish he talked about it more.
Sure.
Ugh, my robes are going to reek from Gareth's inspiration.
That's the last time I have a potion idea that I don't write.
Si yo terminé
Sir
la quest
Nicholas,
de la
our house
búsqueda
ghost,
de
is
Nearly.
looking for you. You can find him near the Great Hall.
Viaducto Courtyard. Ven para acá, ven para acá. Este lugar lo conozco.
Hey,
it's me.
Me está llevando.
You there? Yes, you. I wonder if you might come with me for a moment.
Hay muchos actores
You
todos
wanted to see
repetidos
me,
acá.
sir?
Yes, Sir Nicholas de Mimsy Porpington, at your service.
Nice to meet you,
Tiene
Sir
la voz
Nicholas.
del
I know about the book
que
you
también
found and
cuida
its
Hogwarts.
missing pages. I may be able to help. Follow me, if you will. It's not too far.
Y creo que este Sir Nicholas solo es para
Wait.
Gryffindor.
How do you know about the book? And that it's missing pages?
Word gets around amongst the ghosts. You were spotted with Mr. Sallow in the restricted section. Don't worry. Your secret's safe with me.
Interesante.
This may be a leap, but I believe I know who ended up with those pages. I'd be happy to take you to him, if you'd be so kind as to perform a small favor for me along the way.
Sure.
A small favor in exchange for getting those pages.
Yes, it's nothing really. I'd be grateful if you could simply go into the kitchen and procure a little rotten roast beef.
Rotten. ¿Por qué rotten?
I beg your pardon. Roast beef. Rotten roast beef.
That is correct. Rotten roast beef. If one floats through it just right, one can almost taste it.
Ugh. I suppose I can do that. But why me?
It's simple, my young friend. My ghostly form cannot carry it.
Interesante.
Now, if you'd be so kind as to collect the roast beef, I shall explain everything else in due course. Ah, here we are.
Revelio.
Tickle the pear and head on in.
Did you say tickle the pear?
Yes, in the painting. I'll wait right here. Do try not to get
Esto no, si esto nunca lo había hecho.
I'm already imagining the sweet aroma of rotten roast beef.
Esto no lo había hecho, me estás entrando a la cocina.
Our students
never will
in the
understand
kitchen.
students.
What could they want?
Delicious food and what found themselves a bit peckish likely.
Certainly makes Rookie.
Revelio. It smells glorious in here.
¿Dónde está el rotten roast beef?
Here's a welcome treat. Delicious. Here's some beef, but it's not rotten. I'd best keep looking. Ugh, there's a disgusting smell. I must be getting close.
Oh, a student? What a treat!
Hello.
What can Finky get for you? A pumpkin pasty? Perhaps some Welsh rabbit?
Sounds lovely, but what I really need is this rotten roast beef.
Ah, Nick sent you, didn't he?
Yep.
Please help yourself. Finky supposes Nick's tired of loitering about simply to experience the faintest memory of the taste of food.
Do you conjure food here?
Do you and the other house elves conjure the food served in the Great Hall?
Goodness, no. Not even house elves can conjure food out of thin air. Food is one of the 5 principal exceptions to Gamp's law of elemental transfiguration.
Interessante.
We can, however, multiply it, transform it, and of course, prepare it. Then we send it straight up to the Great Hall.
O sea, la pueden multiplicar, pero no la pueden conjurar, qué raro.
Are there any restrictions as to what you can make here?
Finky supposes not. However, Finky has had the best luck with the many recipes left by Helga Hufflepuff.
Nice.
Her quince pie has always been a favourite, but the newfangled Arbroath Smokies are becoming popular as well.
You don't mind students in here?
Is it all right for students to wander into the kitchens?
Well, since you asked, students aren't supposed to be in the kitchens, but Finky doesn't mind. There's nothing that lifts Finky's spirits more than the company of students. We so rarely get visitors, and we have plenty of treats. Come back any time you please.
Oh, nice. Gente amable.
It was nice to meet you. Thank you for the beef.
Happy to help, and to meet you as well. Please give Nick Finky's regards.
Sure.
I've gained a new appreciation for breakfast. Here's a welcome treat. Delicious.
Ah, you're back. No trouble, I take it?
Not at all. Finky sends her regards, along with the rotten roast beef.
Ah, glad to hear it. Kind elf for Finky. Now, let's get that beef to Sir Patrick Delaney Podmore, and you'll be one step closer to finding those pages.
This is all rather cryptic, Sir Nicholas. What's going on?
Terribly sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. Sir Patrick organizes the Headless Hunt, a group of headless ghosts who gather for various, headless activities.
Sure.
Headless activities?
Yes, you'll see. Anyway, I don't know how, but a member of that hunt, Richard Jackdaw, had the pages when he was alive. My plan is to take the rotten roast beef to Sir Patrick so that he'll allow me, us, to engage with the hunt and speak to Jackdaw. Shall we?
The roast beef wasn't for you.
I thought the rotten roast beef was for you.
It is. in a way. You see, I've been trying to gain access to the hunt for quite some time. Offering the beef to Sir Patrick may help me in that regard. While, of course, also helping you.
Sure. What will I do when we get there?
What am I supposed to do when we meet the hunt?
Allow me to do the talking. They can be a rather supercilious lot. I'm certain they'll be welcoming to you, however, in no small part due to the rotten roast beef you will come bearing.
It's just dangerous.
Is the headless hunt dangerous?
Oh, the headless hunt wouldn't hurt a fly, let alone a student. Just a group of fun-loving headless ghosts.
Okay.
Very well. I'd like to meet Sir Patrick myself and see this headless hunt.
Ah, wonderful. You won't regret it. Do stay behind me. It's Sir Patrick we want.
Oi, Nesta, look who's here.
What have we told you, nearly headless Nick?
Hello, Sir Ansett. Do let us pass. We've brought a little something for Sir Patrick.
Probably come to try to beg his way in again.
Do they always talk to you like that?
Ah, all in good fun. Once Sir Patrick lets me join the headless hunt, I'll be right there with them. This offering is sure to win him over.
Don't forget why I'm here, sir.
Rest assured, you'll have your information from a young jackdaw in no time. Wherever he may be.
What I'd give for a flagon of mead or a nice leg of lamb right about now. Then this party would be complete.
How about the next best thing, Sir Patrick?
Ah, Sir Nicholas. And a student. Who let you in?
We brought you a gift.
This is all very suspicious. What do you really want? As if I need to ask.
It's Richard Jackdaw. Where can we find him? May we speak to him?
Jackdaw, eh? Why, here he is now. What a shame. Without his head. I bet you've always wondered what that's like, eh, Nick?
Sir, you jest.
It's bound to be around here somewhere. Probably being used in a game. If you find it, I give you my permission to speak with him, my young mortal. It's the least I can do for you for bringing this putrescent gift.
Sir, there's another matter I wish to discuss with you, if I may.
Tut, Sir Nicholas. How many times do I have to tell you? Our entry requirements are quite clear.
But, sir,
we aren't the headless except for a little bit of tendon hunt, after all. Now, please, follow me and I shall help you find your way out.
Che puta.
Farewell, my young friend. Perhaps your luck with these chaps will be better than mine.
Che triste. Y who are you?
How do ghosts live there?
A map. It doesn't appear to be connected to the missing pages. Best hang on to it for now.
Ironic, really. Never been as level-headed as I am now.
¿No puedo pasar por acá? No.
A fine night for revelry. Who will be next to play our little game of hide-and-seek amongst the pumpkins?
Hello again. Can you help me?
Ah, Sir Nicholas's young friend. Has he abandoned you?
Not at all. I need to speak to Richard Jackdaw. Sir Patrick said his head might be around here somewhere.
Indeed it might be. It is a bit unorthodox to include a mortal, but if you do wish to speak with him, oh, why not? You can speak with Jackdaw if you can find his head amongst these pumpkins. Not just once, but 5 times.
5?
Lord Dumfrey will move the head to a different spot each time you find it. Those are the rules.
Joder.
What say you?
Why are you using Jackdaw's head for this game?
Well, if you must know, Jackdaw's our newest member, so we like to put him through his paces.
Okay, what are the rules?
Please, could you explain the rules again?
Find his head amongst the pumpkins 5 times. Use your wand. I cannot be more specific than that.
Sure, how did you lose your head?
How did you happen to become a member of the Headless Hunt?
I was executed alongside some fellow mutineers. We didn't like the way things were being run in our county, so we took matters into our own hands. Okay. Treason is such a strong word, but that's what we were found guilty of. Things would have turned out much better if they'd let me be in charge.
Okay.
If that's what I need to do to speak to Jackdaw, I'll do it.
Marvelous! Of course, a mortal holding a wand has an advantage over us ghosts. You can simply blast away to your heart's content. Remember, the game's not over until you find him 5 times.
5 times.
Begin!
Revelio.
Cast away until you find him.
Discovered already? Looks like we need to find another pumpkin to hide in, eh, Jackdaw?
Whatever you say, Dumfrey. This is not my finest moment. Here we go again.
Who would have thought a mortal would be so good at this? You've almost got him.
¿Qué quieres decir?
Oh, what fun! A student is playing!
Me quiero una forma de encontrarlo más fácil.
I've never seen it played like this. How delightful.
¿No se puede romper? No.
Oh, what fun! A student is playing!
¿Dónde está?
Who would have thought a mortal would be so good at this? You've almost got him.
Sí, súper bueno. Pero ni lo puedo encontrar.
I've never seen it played like this.
Charlie. Pero mira que me deja salir acá afuera. ¿Dónde putas está?
I could do that too if I had a wand. And a bottle.
That ghost said I should blast away to my heart's content.
You've almost got
en ningún lado. ¿Dónde carajos está?
Oh, what fun! A student is playing.
¿Dónde carajos está, hijo de puta?
Good job, I suppose. But we're not through with you.
Sé que sí se mueve.
I've never seen it played like this. How delightful.
Si lo sigo, ¿puedo ver dónde se metió? Sí.
Won't be long now. We'll find him. Who would have thought a mortal would be so good at this? You've almost got him.
Que no, joder.
Of course, having a wand serves you well. Still, I believe congratulations are in order.
Casi que no.
For a mortal. Now, say what
El fantasma tras todo glitchado.
You've earned it.
Nicely done. But what's going on? You're not a member of the Headless Hunt.
No, I'm not. Sir Nicholas said you might know the location of some pages I'm looking for.
Merlin's beard. I know precisely the ones you mean. I pinched them from Peeves. How could I forget? The map on those pages led me to my demise. I was not ready for what awaited me in that cave. The pages are likely still mouldering away with my remains. Quite a final adventure, I must confess.
The pages are why you lost your head, and I must visit a cave and search for your corpse.
Yes. You'd think a decapitated ghost would get used to the word corpse. Say, here's an idea. Why don't you meet me at the edge of the Forbidden Forest, and I'll show you where to go?
Sure, why not? What's in the cave?
What will I find in the cave?
Aside from my mortal remains, if I remember correctly, some treasures, a magical bridge. But what kind of an adventure would it be if I spoiled the surprises for you?
What cut off your head?
Did someone in the cave cut off your head?
I was having a look around when I suddenly sensed a refreshing breeze, after which I felt, well, lightheaded. That's all I remember. Hence, when you visit, be prepared. I can't tell you what for specifically, but you seem a perceptive sort. Beware a light breeze.
Okay.
How is it possible to steal from Peeves? A poltergeist?
I didn't steal the pages from his ghostly form. I merely found them in his wake of destruction.
What?
He has a penchant for wrecking things. Books, bottles, suits of armor. Whatever's likely to cause the most chaos. I found them after he ran riot through the library. Doubt he even noticed they were gone.
Very well.
I need those pages, so I suppose I'd better meet you. Thank you.
Not to worry. I'll just need to be reunited with my body first. But Dumfries can handle that. See you at the forest's edge.
Excelente. Lo voy a cortar aquí porque ya se me llenó la hora. Recuerden darle like, suscribirse y nos vemos en el siguiente capítulo.